Hello everyone and welcome to another Music Wednesday. Hope you're all still doing well and spring break is right around the corner, but I guess it already kind of feels a little bit like a break, doesn't it? Anyways, hope you guys are ready for some more music. Let's see what we have on the agenda for today. Alright, for our objectives, number one, I can read rhythms with half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, and their respective rests. Still just keeping up that music reading a little bit. Want to always include some of that in our lessons, if we can. And number two, I can improvise. So we already know how to do that. I'm just going to make up something on the spot a few times. Number three, I can create music using body percussion. So this is something we have not done in a little bit, but I thought it'd be cool to write some music today and do it using body percussion, okay? So let's see what we have coming up here first. First thing, we're going to actually do a warm-up like we've done in class many times before. So we're going to do one today on this guy named Sergei Lazarev. Now Sergei is from Russia and he was born April 1st, so he just had his birthday not too long ago, and he is 37 years old. But he is a Russian singer, dancer, and actor. Let's talk about his acting for a little bit. So in 2000, he entered theater school, and 4 years later, he graduated as a professional actor. And he's actually been nominated and won some awards for his acting skills. He played Romeo in Romeo and Juliet. He's also done some comedy in this one production called Lend Me a Tenor. So that's some on his acting. In regards to his singing, he started in this group called Smash back in 2000. But like many people, he stuck with them for a little while and then he broke off and started doing his own solo career. But he's been very successful at it. So in 2006, he began a solo career, and we're going to listen to a song of his today called It's All Her. He is also the father of two kids. He has a son, a little boy named Nikita, and a daughter named Anya. Now, what we're going to do is a little bit of music reading in this warm-up. And we all know what these are. They are quarter notes and eighth notes. So let's make sure you remember how to count these rhythms. First one is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, if you are in the third or fourth grade, we've been counting them like this. Ta, 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 dee, ta. Okay? You can keep on counting like that. That would be great. Second line, let's look at this one for my fifth graders. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. For my third and fourth graders. Ta, dee, ta, dee, ta, ta. Cool. And we're going to play these rhythms using our household instruments again. So if you have not already, find 2, preferably 3 or more different instruments with different sounds that you have around the house that you can use to play these rhythms, okay? So let's go ahead and play through this rhythm first, and then we're going to see what the music sounds like, okay? So first line, second line, and then repeat. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 dee, ta. Ta-dee, ta-dee, ta, 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 ta-dee, ta, ta-dee, ta-dee, ta, ta. Shouldn't be that bad, right? For my fifth graders, you should be counting 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay? Cool. So let's have a listen to our song now. And it's a rather cutesy song. If you end up watching the video for the song, it's about this nerdy, kind of different guy who's interested in this girl who's really attractive. He's attracted to her, and he, of course, I guess he wants to date her. So anyway, it's a cute video. I just pulled up the lyric video because it is in Russian, so you have the English lyrics here. Very poppy.
Так нежно целует, и в области сердца
transform. And here's the chorus that Sergey came up with. You can't forget it. Na 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 na. There you go. So maybe this song will be stuck in your brain for the rest of the day after you have listened to it. Okay, now you have your instruments ready, and we're going to swap between the instruments so that we get to play a little bit of everything, and we're going to improvise some too, so just pay attention, watch me, okay? Here we go from the top. You have your first instruments. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 dee, ta, ta, dee, ta, dee, ta, 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 dee, ta. Next instrument. And 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Next instrument. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Improvise! Let's grab another instrument. And 1, 2, back to the rhythm. Here you go. 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Next instrument. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2, next instrument, go! And ready now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, next instrument! 1, 2, ready, go! 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ta-dee, ta-dee, ta. Ta 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 dee ta ta dee ta dee ta. Everybody. Next instrument. And 1, 2, ready, go. Ta 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 dee ta. Ta dee ta dee ta 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 dee ta ta dee ta dee ta. I'm mixing it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Swab. Next instrument. 1, 2. Everybody, go. And that's all. Mr. Crenshaw had some problems. Can't hang on to those instruments sometimes. You know, they just escape from you. So, I hope you enjoy listening to some Sergey Lazarev. I just discovered him recently. He sounds like any other popular artist you might hear out there. So, hey, there you go. From Russia. Alright, so now it's time to go into our Rhythm Dojo stuff. Just to recap on our rhythms that we know. that we all should know. So you can just continue using whatever household instruments you want for this exercise, okay? Here we go. Ready, half notes.
Everybody was
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Repeat first line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. If you'd rather do the dojo movements, by all means go ahead. 1, 2. Here we're on the second line with the quarter notes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Repeat and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back to the top. Half notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ta, ta. Quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next page. Here we go to the top. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ta, 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 dee, ta, 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 dee, ta. Next line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and third line. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Ta, ta, dee, ta, 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 dee. Last line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I got for you. So if you did dojo movements in there with your punches and chops and all that, that's totally cool too. Okay? Alright, so moving on to our next thing. This is going to be with our composition exercise, okay? So the goal is I can compose music using body percussion. So in this activity, what you're going to do is you're going to find a beat or some sort of backing track, and you're going to compose your own rhythm. You're going to compose whatever body percussion rhythm you want over that backing track, okay? Some of the movements, just as an example, you can use claps, you can use, get this thing all the way. You can use claps, stomps, knee pats. You can, make the sound using your mouth. Anything that involves making a percussion sound with your body is game, okay? Let's see. If you want to take it a step further, perform your composition for your family. You can even ask someone to help you and perform your composition, and finally give your composition a name, okay? So I'm going to give you an example of what I've come up with, and just another side note right quick too. When you are composing your whatever body percussion you want, it'd be a good idea to write it down just so you don't forget, unless you just want to memorize it. Totally cool. But I don't expect you to write down the rhythms we've learned in class because we haven't done it a whole lot. So what you can do is just write, if I want to do this, I go beep ba doop ba doop ba doop bop, and just write that on paper. However you want to, whatever works for you to help you remember what it is that you wrote, okay? that will do fine. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of a backing track that I found, and there are plenty out there on YouTube. You can just look up instrumental backing track. You can look up all kinds of beats, anything to put your composition over. Okay, so I found this one, and it says Energy Hard Rock Metal Guitar Backing. This is what it sounds like. So see, the track that I chose is kind of fast. If you want to do something more chill or laid back, yes, try and find a slow instrumental backdrop. There's all kinds of stuff out there, so just feel free to explore and see what you can find, because there's a lot of cool music. Alright, so I'm just going to show you an example of what I came up with, and the name of this piece is, let's just give it a funny name, Death Metal Rooster, okay? This is something that I've come up with, and I'm just going to share with you, okay? Just using body percussion, okay? Here we go. It's got a little introduction. Now, that's just an example. And I know that what I came up with is kind of complicated, but it's just whatever you want, okay? So you can write your body percussion piece to be really simple. You can write it to be really complicated, fast, slow, however you want it to be, okay? It's your creation. And please, again, feel free to share it with your family if you can, because our goal for this year was to perform, and I know we haven't had the chance to do that because of the circumstances. So it'd be great for you to practice your performing skills for your family or your friends. You can even record it and share it with them that way if you want to. Okay. So yes, have as much fun with this as you can, making up your own body percussion piece on a backing track. Okay. So let's do a recap of today's lesson. So number one, how many beats does a half note get? 2 beats. What about a quarter note? 1 beat, and then an eighth note. Half of a beat. That is the shortest rhythm we've learned so far in class. Number 2, how many beats does a half rest get? 2, because remember, anything that has the word half in front of it is going to be 2 something. If it's a half note, it gets 2 beats of sound. If it's a half rest, it gets 2 beats of silence. How many beats does a quarter rest get? Just 1. And then number 3, what is it called when you produce percussion sounds using your body? It is body percussion. Yes, we just did that last part of our lesson, okay? Body percussion. Now, we didn't talk about this so much, but hopefully you remember, okay? Is a composition based on remixing something that already exists, or is it writing something completely new? If you said it's completely new, then you are correct. That is a musical composition. All right. Does wifey want to say hello? Does she want to say hello to the 3rd and 5th graders?
Hi.
Wifey.
Hola.
All right. So, anyways, yeah, I heard her coming down the stairs, so I thought I'd ask. So, anyways, hopefully you had fun this lesson today, and as always, stay safe out there. Yeah, can't wait to see you guys again. So, miss you all. Hope you're doing great. Okay. So, until next time, in our next Music Wednesday. Adios.